Hello, I'm Michael.
I'm Sally, and this is Wrestle MSX.
The Bloodline starts us off with Solo saying he created a bigger and better bloodline, and that Roman Reigns' beatdowns will continue unless he acknowledges me. We then get an appearance from Jey Uso. He made his way through the crowd and bravely got into the ring. He tells Solo he's not here to fight, but to talk oos to oos, and to think about what he's doing to the family. He says he left the family to be his own man, and that the Ulafala can't be taken, it's earned. Solo responds by asking Jey to stop calling him his little brother, because he's his tribal chief now, and that there'll always be a place for Jey and Roman in his bloodline, and all he has to do is acknowledge him. Solo then asks him if he's in or out. Jey questions Solo on why he had to go and get Tama, Tanga and Jacob, saying there's a reason why they kept away from them before threatening to knock Jacob out because he kept staring at him. Jey finishes off by saying that next time he sees them, it'll be different.
Tag team action now as the Street Profits, DIY and Pretty Deadly fight it out in a number one Contenders triple threat tag team qualifying match. Super quick tags, Montez Ford flying out of the ring, posing in the ring by Pretty Deadly, start us off. But then we go to a break and come back to Ciampa hitting an air raid crash on Kit Wilson, and then Montez Ford hitting a 450 splash on Ciampa and going for a cover, only to be broken up by Gargano. Wilson looks to steal the win for Pretty Deadly after Ciampa suffers a double team by the Street Profits, but Tommaso kicked out on 2. Prince then gets destroyed by a Doomsday Blockbuster and covered by Ford, as Wilson gets hit by a meat in the middle and covered by Ciampa. The referee counts both pins with the Profits and DIY celebrating the victory. The referee then tells the ring announcer that the legal man was Wilson and that DIY have won.
Next we see Roman Reigns and Big Jim roll up and they bump into Jey, but as Jey goes to walk off, Roman grabs his arm, pulls him back and tells him he's proud of him, with Jey replying, "No yeet," before walking off. Roman turns to Jimmy saying, "I told you."
We then see Nia Jax on the phone to Tiffany Stratton, who is apparently ill and can't make it for the tag match later. Jax tells Nick Aldis he'll have to cancel the match, with Aldis telling her to find another partner. Just at that point, Candice LeRae walks in, and so the match is booked. Jax and LeRae versus Bayley and Naomi.
Piper Niven out next with Chelsea Green in tow, and she's facing Lash legend, who has Jakara Jackson in her corner. We start with a pushing contest before Niven knocks Lash down. Piper then misses a cannonball, and Lash power slams Piper after catching her from an attempted crossbody. Piper then misses a middle rope move, allowing Legend to perform a backpack-style finisher, dropping Niven face first onto the mat and picking up the victory. Jakara and Chelsea did have an altercation outside the ring, with the former throwing the latter into the crowd barrier, but nothing really noteworthy here.
Back from the break, and we see Reigns in deep thought. Jimmy tells him to speak to Jey, to which Reigns replies that he already did that, and he made it clear, so he's going to do it his way. He's going to acknowledge Solo.
Cody Rhodes comes out to the ring next to discuss his upcoming match at Crown Jewel against Gunther. He name drops Ric Flair, Bruno Sammartino, Harley Race and Stone Cold Steve Austin, to name but a few, before saying he wanted to take the John Cena type schedule when he came back to WWE, presumably meaning his work rate. He finishes his monologue by inviting Gunther onto next week's SmackDown and wanting to ask him what he wants to talk about.
We see a video of Kevin Owens next. It looks like it was recorded in Mankind's boiler room. He says he feels betrayed by Randy Orton and that he can't believe he picked Cody Rhodes over him. He finishes off by saying he doesn't know if or when he can come back.
Randy Orton then approaches Nick Aldis, saying he needs to get his hands on Kevin Owens and wants to do it at Crown Jewel. Nick Aldis denies him, saying he can't because it's out of his control and coming from up above. Orton says, "Well, I guess I know who I need to talk to," and walks off. So,
Triple H. A-Town Down Under out next in another number one Contenders triple threat tag team qualifying match.
Yes.
They'll be dueling it out with Los Garza, who's with Elektra Lopez. and SmackDown's newest tag team, Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, the Motor City Machine Guns. Sabin gets double teamed to begin with by Garza and Waller before Sabin gains back control, tagging in Shelley. The two machine gunners then take apart the other two tag teams before we go to a break. When we come back, Los Garza are in control, dealing with Shelley and Waller before going outside and taking care of Sabin and Theory. We then get some weird 4-person combo move, which seems like it was just a case of, hey, let's see how many people we can stack up in one go.
Yeah.
Which resulted in Humberto covering Waller for a 2 count. The Motor City Machine Guns come away with the win after a top rope splash neck breaker combo on Humberto. They will face off against DIY next week.
Byron Saxton then speaks to Andrade and Carmelo Hayes next. Well, he doesn't, as the two men start fighting. Inevitably, they are separated by Nick Aldis and his backstage crew.
Last match of the night, Nia Jax and Candice LeRae against Bayley and Naomi. Indy Hartwell coming along with Candice.
Of course.
Jax starts well against Bayley, with LeRae then tagging herself in. Bad move as Bayley and Naomi then take it to her in their corner and double team her. LeRae barely escapes tagging in Jax, with Jax not looking happy at being tagged back in. Jax spine busts and sentons Naomi, following up with a cover, but only for a 2. As we come back from the break, we see Bayley and LeRae tagging in, with Bayley going to town on LeRae. Naomi takes out Jax with a dive through the ropes while Bayley and LeRae fight in the ring. But then they end up outside the ring, with Bayley throwing LeRae back inside. Hartwell then throws Bayley into the ring post. The referee, of course, seeing nothing as he's checking on Candice.
Nothing.
Hartwell then throws Bayley back into the ring, where LeRae hits a springboard moonsault from the middle rope and covers Bayley for an unexpected 1, 2, 3.
Did not see that at all. We then find out that next week, LA Knight will be the special guest referee for match 7 between Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. So, expect that to be a clean match. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Roman Reigns heads out to the ring next, asking the crowd for maybe the last time to acknowledge him. The crowd do, as Solo Sikoa then heads down to the ring. All Reigns wants to do is take them back to the Promised Land, asking Solo what he has to do to fix this. I think we know what's coming.
Yeah. Cliffhanger.
Solo laughs and then tells Reigns it's an easy fix. All you have to do is acknowledge me. The crowd chant OTC, with Reigns then saying that he does acknowledge Solo. Solo says it's not good enough and that he needs Reigns to acknowledge him as his tribal chief or else. The crowd chant no, no, no before Reigns shouts, or else what? There he is, says Solo, channeling his inner Uncle Howdy. I knew you never changed, and I haven't either. Solo then clicks his fingers, and out come Jacob, Tama, and Tanga, although Tama and Tanga are dragging out a beaten up Big Jim, Jimmy Uso. Solo then aims a Samoan spike at Reigns, but Reigns ducks and sends Solo out the ring. Tonga runs into the ring but gets clotheslined. Lower gets in and gets back elbowed, and then Jacob gets in and gets a jumping clothesline. Solo then re-emerges but gets a Superman punch. With the bloodline down, Reigns sees the Ula Fala in the ring, so bends down and picks it up, placing it around his neck. Solo then low blows Reigns, sending him down to the mat. The rest of the bloodline then attack Roman, with Solo delivering 2 Samoan spikes, leaving Roman Reigns grounded. SmackDown goes off air with Solo telling Roman that this is his ring, his Ula Fala, and his bloodline.
Just a little gripe from me, but I think Roman Reigns is a little bit OP for my liking. I get that he could take Tama and Tanga because they are just henchmen.
Yeah.
And if you watch a film, the henchmen, they're always dealt with.
Oh, yeah.
But Jacob is supposed to be the right-hand man. And the right-hand man is supposed to be tough. That's why they're the right-hand man or the left-hand man, whatever you want to be. So you'd have thought he'd have gone a few blows with Reigns before Reigns took him out. I mean, he even took Solo out straight away. So it doesn't say much for him either. I mean, I know you're the heel face, Roman, but come on, let Jacob get some shots in. Thank you for watching.
And we'll see you Tuesday for Raw.